Everybody, welcome to the John G. Schwabe PC Real Estate Show.
Thank you.
I'm going to have my guest Brian today, and Brian's going to ask me a few questions about. We're going to talk about how the offer works. You know, we know you have the down payment and closing costs, and this is good to know for buyers and sellers. How does the sale contract process work? Everybody's kind of confused about it, especially in today's market with COVID. Now, the first thing, all offers have to be presented to the seller, Brian. No matter what. All written offers, no matter what, have to be presented to the seller. Verbal offers mean nothing.
Right.
Okay.
Have that in writing, huh?
So you got to have it in writing. So you put a price, of course.
Okay.
You find the things that you want to spell out if there's any things that are questionable in the house. You know.
Defects. Things
No, like do you want the refrigerators?
Oh.
Everything that's attached to the wall would stay. Okay.
Right.
So, but if there's something in question, like let's say the refrigerator, the washer and dryer could certainly be.
Yeah.
So,
But appliances, for the most part, like
the built-in ones are already in the
range
contract,
and,
right?
dishwasher kind of stuff.
Right.
Microwaves.
Or a lot of times today, there's TVs in every room. Some of the sellers are, the TVs are
Like
so
a
reasonable
mounted
now.
TV on the
Yeah,
wall,
yeah.
just-
The mounts, you got to think about the mounts. You got to think about the TV.
Yeah.
It's a lot to think
So
about.
most people are just leaving those. They
50
just leave the
50.
mounts.
Yeah, they usually take they leave the mounts and they usually take their favorite TV and then leave the other ones.
Yeah, everybody's got their favorite TV.
Yeah.
Get your Netflix on, right?
So anyway, you put that in your price. Now then you need earnest money, which we talked about before.
Yeah, we talked about it.
But the earnest money is your earnestness. So in this seller's market, you might want to really, if you got money to put down, put it into earnest money. Show them that you want the house. It's your down payment. It's held by a third party, which is a title company. So that goes toward your down payment. Okay.
So bigger earnest check means more. Like you're probably going to be
Bigger
to buy a house.
earnest money gets the seller's attention.
Your offer looks better.
Oh yeah.
Then
Money, what did it say?
3%.
Money talks, right? Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you have to put a time frame in for the seller to accept the offer.
Okay, and typically, what are these time frames? Like end of the day?
Oh, it varies. In a normal market, 24 hours. Today, with COVID, people are, asking for longer times.
Yeah.
It's sometimes 12 hours. Whatever a buyer gives the seller, you have to present the contract.
So the
Now,
buyer offers the time frame.
Yeah. No, yes. The buyer offers
And
the time
the
frame.
offer. He's like, hey, you got
So the offer goes over to the seller. Now, here's one of the things people are really confused about or don't understand. Before a contract is signed, accepted, called in to the other agent, the buyer who made that offer can withdraw his offer. Wouldn't that be awful? Gives you a full price offer, and your seller over here is waiting. I don't know, maybe he's at the Cardinal games, spending $11 a beer. But anyway,
So the buyer can take away his offer.
yeah, the buyer can withdraw his offer. He found
So just-
another house while you were at the Cardinal game. Yep, sure did.
So if you're a buyer and you're going on you're going to open houses and you're just putting in offers all day.
No. You can only have one offer. You can't buy two houses unless you want to. But now, the thing to keep in mind, let's say this offer, that it gets to the seller, and this buyer's lucky enough that if the seller doesn't accept, he'll counter. Well, during this counter offer period that the seller made to the buyer, this seller can also withdraw his counter offer until the buyer signs. A lot of people think, oh, well, I had the first one in, he's got to work with me. No, he can withdraw his offer, the seller can, just like the buyer can. So that's important to know, because some people can't believe it when it happens. It does.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Okay. So
anyway, you that's how it works. You negotiate. If he counters, it comes back to the buyer. He has so much time. He either accepts, makes another counter, or rejects.
And how many counters can happen?
Oh, you could have. I've had some 8 times. You know,
8 counters. Jeez.
yeah, you can. They're on the counters are on a single piece of paper though. They reference paragraphs, so it's not bad. So then you got to get the terms agreed to, and then that's when all the fun begins. The inspections, the earnest money gets deposited within what I think 10 days, or you turn it in as soon as possible.
Right.
So. But today you can have multiple offers, buyers. So this fellow right here could have written a contract, okay, and then long behold, another agent writes one, and next thing you know, the seller has 4 contracts. Well, what the seller's going to do at that point, he's going to call Brian's agent and say, Brian, make your final and best by noon tomorrow. So everybody would have a shot. Here, final and best. Which one? Now the seller doesn't always choose the highest price. There's other things involved, okay?
Right.
But that's how it works. It's very frustrating for buyers when you're in multiple contracts. Very pressure for the realtors. And us poor realtors, if we don't get our contract through, guess what we get?
You get nothing.
Nothing.
So what's the best way to present your offer to a seller?
Best thing to do is make up your mind right away. Don't hesitate.
Right.
If it's there, jump on it.
I remember when I bought my house, the pressure was on. You like it? Go get it, do it. And
It's the most expensive thing you'll ever buy.
It is.
So, and there's stress involved. I'm used to it because I do it for a living. But most of the people I deal with, any little thing can get to them. Don't let it get to you.
Yeah.
As one of my friends said, it's only paper. It's only a piece of paper. A dollar bill.
Yeah.
All right, so that's how we make the offers. The closings usually happen within 30 to 45 days. Usually 45 days, 30 days to get the loan. So buyers, I would recommend being very aggressive. Get your offers in. Be fast and furious. Brian, you got any other questions on the offer?
So the offer gets sent in. The seller, they like the offer. They want to do the offer. Do you have to meet in person to sign?
No, we can do it electronically.
Yeah. Like you sign like a box. I think I remember kind of doing
Yeah.
You check a box.
Yeah, it's real simple.
So you have to sign the offer.
Yes. Offer has to be signed, dated, and
And
timed.
this is the first time you'll be signing anything, right? With the house, right? Because at closing you sign all
At the
all those,
closing,
but
right.
This is like the first time you're really.
Yeah, and you sign a buyer's contract with an agent, and you
Right.
have a specific agent.
And is there any once you sign on that offer, you're locked in, or is there other
You can
get out of
you
it,
can
or
withdraw your offer.
Could a seller
But
get
if the
out?
seller signs it, you've
Okay.
bought the house. Now you're on to your inspections.
Right.
We're not here to back out. You don't want to get into a situation. Well, I don't like that word, back out. Because the buyer's going to spend, Brian, about $800 on inspection. So if they're not sure they want to move ahead with it,
Yeah, you get
put on the
those
brakes.
for $800.
I would. Yeah.
So the seller, once he signs your offer, it's good.
It's good, buddy.
So, okay, that makes sense.
All right, well, the fans, we'll have another.
On offers. What are we going to talk about next time? What's other?
What are we going to talk about next time? I'll tell you what I want to talk about. How for sale by owners come out with less than if they list with a realtor.
Oh, really?
How's that?
Wow, that sounds like a nice topic.
Okay.
All right, this isn't my show. This is his show.
All right, we're going to have a commercial break here, and we'll have our next show coming on probably tomorrow. We're going to end up the local news is
Isn't it
coming
the
on,
Wild West?
and it's the Wild Wild West. Bye, guys.